你惹巨灵伞生气了，刮落，回到我身边。你惹巨灵伞生气了，刮开。冷静，大招还在冷却。刮落，刮开。远离我，刮落，替我遮挡。
会灭灭他们！
进攻，进攻！目标出现，目标出现。你惹巨灵刮落，绝灵出现。刮落。
Hello guys, I'm Bubba Meow. In today's video, I will bring you Kagura guide and gameplay. Kagura is actually a very versatile mage, and many people like to play her as an assassin. Burst, Blink, Purify, CC, Shield. She almost has all the battle spells effects. She has good survivability, so she doesn't need Aegis, Vengeance, or Revitalize. Bringing Execute or Flame Shot can allow her to execute enemies, but it's not necessary as long as you play well. The most common ones are Flame Shot Kagura and some cool flicker tricks, but these require some skills. And I haven't played this hero for a long time, so I didn't plan to make a video about these tricks. Instead, I made a video to teach newbies how to play Petrify Kagura like a pro player. This video can be said to be some of my experiences after retraining this hero, and I believe it is helpful for beginners. Kagura has some issues with mana consumption, so I suggest you buy 2 magic necklace first, but don't rush to upgrade it into demon shoes or enchanted talisman, because Kagura needs more magic assassin level damage in the early game. As a mid laner, you can help your jungler to jungle faster, so that he can provide support to you or your teammates earlier. But don't stay next to him to help him jungle, because jungle creeps will increase their defense as the number of heroes increases, which will slow down the jungle speed. I wanted to help the jungler take Lithowanderer, but I got killed. Well, it's not a big problem. At least I managed to put Julian at a disadvantage and let Sun get the kill. Although the roamer came a little late, it didn't matter. She also successfully forced the enemy's mid laner to recall, and I was able to get a wave of minions, so it wasn't too bad. I have to clear this wave of minions quickly and let the turret kill our minions before the enemy's mid laner arrives. Turtle came out, but because I got killed at the beginning, I am not yet level 4. Fortunately, the enemy's mid laner is the same. But since there are no minions here, a new wave of minions will appear every 30 seconds. It takes about 20 seconds to get back to the mid lane, so I definitely can't just stand there and wait. At this time, I chose to support top lane because if Argus died, the enemy would lose a frontliner and wouldn't dare to attack the turtle. I usually help to provide vision near the neutral objectives to ensure that they won't be taken by the enemy. However, it is obvious that everyone is in the bot lane here, so of course, I will clear the mid lane before going down. Kagura's ultimate will reset the CD of her skill 1, so try to start with skill 1, to poke the target first, then use ultimate, and then send the umbrella again according to target's movement. Enemy has Argus, Sicilian and Mia, all of which are late game heroes, but since Roamer has been helping the bot lane and they haven't had any problems, I decided to support the top lane more to ensure that Argus can't farm. When traveling between lanes, you should use her skill 1 to check the bushes. Otherwise, you can see here that I will probably be killed by Julian in 1 second. Here, I bought the Genius Wand, which greatly increased my damage. I didn't mention it at the beginning, so I will now explain the build. In MLBB, penetration is a very important attribute, and burst mages are similar to Magic Assassin. Therefore, Arcane Boots, Genius Wand, Sky Piercer, and Assassin Emblem are core items. Mages like Eudora, Nana, and Vale can use it. However, you may be a bit short of mana in the early game, so I usually buy 2 magic necklaces at the beginning. It's different for utility mages like Wu Zetian. I will talk about that type of mages in another video. Many people may think that Kagura must buy the Holy Crystal, but I think buying this in the early game will slow down the pace, and you don't have enough gold, right? Holy Crystal is the most expensive magic item in the game. It only increases the magic power, without any other passive. On the contrary, Burst Mage Trinity is very cheap and cost-effective. It can be used in the early mid-game transition. After buying other items, it is not a problem to replace them in the late game. As a Burst Mage, early damage is still very important, because the utility or crowd control of a Burst Mage is not as good as that of utility mages. Utility mages can still bring certain contributions to the team, even if they don't have much damage. In the mid-late game, you will find that the mana consumption problem starts to become obvious, and your recall becomes more frequent. At this time, you can sell a magic necklace and upgrade the other one to Enchanted Talisman, which will help you restore mana and greatly increase CDR. I don't recommend buying Demon Shoes or using Common Emblem in the early game just to solve the mana consumption problem. After all, Burst Mages should deal damage in the early game. If you don't buy Arcane Boots, it will take some time to get enough damage. You may be confused by Queen's Wings here. The reason I chose this item is definitely not for Spell Vamp, but for its low HP CD reduction. Kagura's cooldown of Skill 2 with Remove CC plus Blink is neither too high nor too low when she is at 30% CDR. The 2 seconds reduced by Queen's Wings is very important for her to stand in the middle of a teamfight and deal damage. Moreover, in the late game, her high-risk playstyle will definitely trigger Queen's Wings, and at the same time gain damage reduction. In addition, you can also refresh the Skill 1 CD to deal extra damage, and Glowing Wand is used to reduce the enemy's lifesteal, regen, and shield effects. I was too greedy here. I could have retreated, but I was so nervous that I forgot I could petrify Julian. But if I petrified him, I would have been able to kill him. I forgot to use Petrify just now, so I used it now. But this guy will definitely be killed by my 2 teammates, so I might as well give them the small fish to catch the big fish behind. If you can use her 2 skill 2 properly, you will find that she is very hard to catch, with both mobility and burst. In fact, I really think the devs can change her to mage/assassin. I chose this match mainly to show you some tricks and how to make good use of Blink. The enemy is actually a bit weak, so there is nothing much to explain. I might as well fast forward to the more interesting teamfight at the end. After all, there will be a second game later for everyone to enjoy. When playing Burst Mage, you should always use the bushes and predict the direction the enemy will go. At the same time, you should also pay attention to the eye mark. If the mark does not appear immediately when you enter the bush, it means that there are enemies nearby and they know you have entered. Either Julian or Argus will definitely come up here, so I'll just ambush here.
你惹巨灵伞生气了。
You have slain an enemy. An enemy has. You have slain an enemy.
大家你好，伙伴们，
上帝。
Now that you understand the basics, let's take a look at a more exciting game. I will skip the early farming part.
An ally has.
Enemy jungler is a no-blink marksman and is easier to catch than Julian, who becomes invincible with enhanced skill 2. Although we have been annoying their jungler, their Layla will soon become a cancer. I didn't actually want a team fight, I just wanted to make sure the enemy MM and support couldn't get close to Turtle, so I chose to disrupt them. I made a mistake here and gave Layla a free kill. Because of this mistake in the early game, Layla became very disgusting later. When using Kagura, don't rush into a fight. Patience is very important. I actually want to enter the no umbrella state to use my ultimate, but in fact, if I waited one more second, I could have used skill 1. Using skill 2 to start the combo when ultimate was not ready was a fatal mistake. Although it is a bad example, most YouTubers may avoid mentioning their mistakes. And you may not find them, but the best way to learn is to learn from your mistakes. So I emphasize this part.
集合，时间到了。
This game is obviously more difficult than the previous one. I wanted to provide vision, but was controlled by the enemy.
别上头了。
Although I can remove CC, I couldn't withstand the enemy's high damage.
Shut down.
But this is also good. I personally think that winning game is not exciting and there is nothing to comment on.
Slain an enemy.
集合，
撤退，
协力
有情况。
Our turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain. Shut down.
Sometimes you can use 2-1 combo to slow down an enemy while retreating and then immediately get your umbrella back.
生气了。
Your team destroyed a turret.
集合，协力同心。
撤退，有
If
情
our
况。
marksman wasn't there, this team fight might not have ended like this. She was actually soloing the Lord, but in fact, at a disadvantaged situation, it is meaningless to take down a normal Lord because it would be killed by the enemy immediately.
一起去。
Kagura's ultimate is easy to dodge if its target is not controlled by your allied tank's CC skills, due to the huge delay before the ultimate's burst damage.
回到我身边。
Because of that, squishies who usually equip Flicker can easily escape her combo. This is why I like to play Petrify Kagura. The logic is just like that of Petrify Kadita.
进攻，
替我遮挡
毁灭他们。
You have slain an enemy.
And yep, it is totally not because I'm a noob who can't do the fancy tricks.
注意草丛埋伏。收到。
进攻，
收到
毁灭他们。
我为他冷静，大招还在冷却，余生便是我自己的路。
Killing spree.
你会去往巨灵伞中的世界。
Your team destroyed a turret.
你惹巨灵伞生气了。进攻，回到我时机制止。你惹巨灵伞生气了。
撤退，撤退，有情况，情况。
收到。666，我被收到。
时间到，
回到我身边了。
集合，时间到了。
Our frontliners are all dead. It's really not the right move for Mia to attack the enemy in that position. Now that everyone is dead, I have to play safe, or else the enemy will really end the game right now.
时间到，
Jawhead made a very dangerous move here. He took the initiative to start a team fight when the three of us were being held back by Carmilla and jumped into a group of enemies that no teammates were close to in order to kill Layla. Little did he know that a butterfly effect had started. The other two frontliners on my team certainly wanted to help him, but when we got close it was too late. So Carmilla was able to link us and then take them away. Although you might think that I could take this opportunity to throw the umbrella to the backline and kill Layla instantly, but this is too risky. Even if I could really take out an enemy, I would die.
时间到了，
Jawhead died first again. It's such fun to play solo queue. I noticed earlier by swiping the map that Sylvana used her ult, and if I don't try to kill Layla now, I may not have another chance. MLBB's turrets are very fragile. As long as there are minions, turrets will be destroyed after a few hits. On the contrary, if there are no minions, no matter how fast is the enemy's attack speed, they can only deal a few points of damage to the turrets or base. And it is difficult to destroy the turret. You must quickly clear these minions while the enemy is fighting with your teammates. I guess Popple was scolded by his teammates for not pushing, but killing. Layla wanted to destroy our base by hitting the turret as soon as she saw the chance. Mino, hold on. I'll kill her right away. Did you see that? This is the benefit of Petrify Kagura. The enemy's squishy can't use flicker or blink skills, which greatly reduces the chances of the enemy avoiding the burst damage.
集合，时间到了，退，情况，情况，
Here you can see Queen's Wing's passive is triggered, and I can blink once more, while getting damage reduction. This is the purpose of this item I mentioned earlier, but the teammates have killed him, so I don't need to blink. Our marksman celebrated too early, but we finally took down this lord. Maybe we can really turn the tides. I have to remind her to buy Wind of Nature, so that when she fights Layla or Popol, she can kill them before she got melted. Carmilla's ultimate timed perfectly that we were completely out of HP.
You destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
Although I just reminded the marksman to buy Wind of Nature, unfortunately she is not familiar with items and doesn't know which one it is.
撤退，撤退，有情况，情况。 集合，集合，时间到了。
伞下的是他。收集合，伙伴们，
我方基地正遭受攻击。
撤退，别上头了，别上头了。撤退，别上头了。撤退，别上头了。撤退，别上头了。
Dude, what are you talking about? If the marksman is not there, why you initiate? It's not the first time that she didn't join the team fight. There were several times earlier that we were almost wiped out because of her absence. We can't take any more risks. The enemy has 2 marksmen, and their damage outputs are very strong in the late game. But we may still have a chance. This is a race against time.
目标出现，
我方基地正遭受攻击。失败。
Just a little bit. If Mia had let the minions in first before pushing, she wouldn't have needed to come out of the base, and she might have been able to destroy the enemy's base first.
失败。
Although I lost this game, I like this one better than the first one. I think this one can better express what I want to express, so I made this video longer.
花落的时候，我便来了。
Well, this video ends here. I hope you can learn some game awareness about Burst Mage and how to play Kagura after watching this video. I hope it helps you. See you next time. Bye.